Hey guys, have you heard of the Mast Racer Pro? It's a brand new tattoo machine. Well, of course you haven't. It's not out yet. I have the prototype right here. I'm so excited to try it on the channel. It's super stealthy and small, and I can't wait to see how it performs on the silicone. So watch this very important video about this prototype that's going to be out on DragonHawkTattooSupply.com. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Okay, let's take a look. So what do I know about the Mast Racer Pro? Not much, but what I do know is that it comes in 3 different torque speeds and it has Bluetooth capability, so you can connect your foot switch to the machine. What else? It's nice and sleek and small looking. It seems to have one of the smallest batteries I've ever seen. Check that out. But I don't know much about the motor other than it's supposed to be amazing, and I can't wait to try it on the silicone. First, I want to show you guys the battery. So it has this really cool blue ring light going on and off here, and there's the screen. Check it out a little closer. It's got these tactile buttons here on the side. So that's your on and off switch there on the red, and then looks like some presets there. And then we have voltage. And let's see about these torque settings. So I just double clicked the power button. Let's do it again. And you can see the soft, medium, and hard settings there. I believe that is the torque mode that they described. So we have soft, medium, hard. Let's just put it at medium for now. All right, that's the tour of this thing. It's obviously very cool looking. I've never seen a battery quite like this. I love the torque settings. I can't wait to try that out. So let's put a floaty grip on this and try it on some silicone. All right, there it is. Got my floaty grip on it. Feels nice and light. It's definitely weighted at the tip, which I love. That's perfect for lining. So let's put in a needle. Okay, we're gonna use these Mast Pro 2 needles. Right here I have a 3-round liner. I have a 9-round liner, 9-round shader, and a 13 curved mag. We'll start with the 3-round liner. Fits in the machine perfectly. Cool blue light going here. So when it's on, that blue light seems to stay on. This is a direct drive machine. I don't get to review a whole lot of those for you, so I'm excited about that. And we are at 4.2 for stroke length because it does not adjust. It is a fixed stroke length at 4.2. And currently I have it at 7 volts. So let's just start with that. Got some good feedback. Let me just take a look at it. Oh yeah, that line looks pretty darn good. I'm liking the saturation on that, and I feel like the control is there. I just might need to turn up. I don't even need to turn up higher. Now I can move a little faster. Yeah, I felt like both of those were getting in great. Yeah, so I'm really liking the feel of this machine so far. I don't think the fact that it's small is throwing off the lining at all. In fact, for a fine line, you don't want too heavy of a grip. So for this particular style that I'm on right now, it's feeling really good. I could keep going here. Let me just do a little bit of shading. We are at 4.2 for the stroke length. So I want to bring it down and just see how low it goes. That 4. Taking a look at the 4-volt little whip shade there with a little bit of dot work. I'm really liking the way those dots look. They look very solid and round. So I'm at 6.5 volts. I want to play around with the torque settings from soft to medium to hard. This one I did here at medium. I'm seeing beautiful dot pattern. I really love how this looks. I was only at 4 volts. I was trying to challenge myself to see how much of those dots I could really get in at a lower voltage. The medium seemed fine. Seems like it's getting in beautiful. It can go up from there. So let's play around with it. Let's do it more at 6.5 volts. I'm going to go for a side-by-side whip shade. I feel like that is an easier test to control. Okay, now I have it in the medium torque setting. Definitely felt a little different on that one. Okay, now I'm at the hard setting for torque. I'm still at 6.5 volts. Wow, okay, so this is the whip shade method, or the pick and flick, just basically where you are starting at a darker edge and you're going to a lighter, creating a whip shade with dots that go from closer to farther apart. So here you can see in the beginning of the whip shade, the torque did make a difference in the darker part of the line at the beginning of the shade. The higher the torque, the more hit I seem to get, and the darker that initial dot seems to be. Now, if I didn't want that, I could obviously turn the torque back down, and it seems like it's pretty neutral in the beginning there. I do like when my pick and flick has a nice dark edge, so for me, I would use it probably in the highest torque setting. I also feel like the dots are spaced out like most evenly in that setting here with this combination of the 4.2 stroke. So beautiful dot patterns, beautiful dot shading. I'm just going to keep this demo moving along. We have more needles that we want to try on the silicone, although I'd love to play around forever with the 3-round liner. Okay, we have a 9-round liner. We're just going to open that up. Currently we are on the highest torque setting. I think that's probably good for a 9-round liner as well. The needle depth change I really love. It's a very nice clicky one. I do like that it gives me a little feedback as to how far out my needle is. I just like that feedback. That's pretty good for 7.5. I'm at the highest torque. I could probably go a little up for this. This TruSkin tends to be incredibly hard to get a perfectly saturated line on, and that middle one is perfect. So I'm really happy with this. I think I could just bump it up. Yeah, that sounds better. Oh yeah, there we go. So that line looks really good. That is amazing, actually. So that seems like a really, really good liner so far. It is a 4.2 direct drive. It's got this torque. I'm not even maxed out. I'm at 7.7. I try to kind of stay low and go up from there in these demonstrations because I think that's a little more realistic for skin. And this is a very nice saturated line at 7.7. I'm not even up to an 8 yet. And that's a 9-round liner, which I feel like I'm seeing all the needles get in really well, which is also the challenge of that needle grouping. Get these petals hashed out here. That is actually fine. That's great. So one of the hardest surfaces to get any kind of clean solid line, and that's a great little flower. I see good solid lines in that flower. Very little areas where there's patchiness, just my errors in connection and stuff like that. Looks great. I'm loving the lines on this flower. I feel like they're really crisp and dark. I don't feel like I'm having much trouble getting into the silicone, and the TruSkin tends to be the hardest silicone to get into. So I usually see patchy lines for my 9-round liner, and it takes a little bit more adjusting. I feel like this machine is doing a little bit of the work for me, so that is very good. I also want to see how it handles a 9-round shader, which has even a thicker kind of look to it. So let's take a look at that. See how I didn't look at it till the end and wiped it at the end? Yeah. Usually it'll have a bunch of stuff missing because the machines just aren't strong enough. But this one doesn't. It's like just the places where I did connect it, sure, but not any spots missing. So that's pretty good. Okay, I have this 9-round shader. It's a little different needle configuration than a liner. It should get in a little thicker, a little darker, I would think. I'm still on that highest torque. I'm gonna keep it there, I think. I'm still at 7.8. I'm not even up higher than that. I could go even higher. Yeah, so just like I thought, I could probably get a round shader in the silicone, even better, a little more saturated and thicker than a liner, just because of the needle configuration. It makes sense from a physics standpoint, and it does look that way as well. So I feel like that machine is really driving those needles in just the way I want to see. Sometimes I use a round shader and it just doesn't look any better or different, or maybe even patchier than the 9-round liner. In this case, it's darker, it's richer, it's more saturated. So I definitely think that this machine has a good motor. The torque setting seems to be helping to get that in. I did do a bunch of small curves, and I don't see a bunch of weird transitions like you would in a very like high stroke machine. It does get a little harder to make those smaller curves and things like that without getting those jagged edges. So doesn't have that problem, doesn't seem to have that problem. It might be a great all-arounder. We've been looking for a great all-arounder for a while. I'm going to try shading with it now with the mag. Okay, we have this curved mag. I happen to grab a 12 gauge 13 curved mag. What's the question with the mag? I guess the question for this machine would be, can it do nice, soft, smooth shading? It is a 4.2, so I know it'll probably get nice edging in from what I've seen so far, but can it do smooth shading? So let's go ahead and bring it down to like a 5. All right, I changed the torque to soft, and I now have it at 5 volts just so it's really nice and soft looking, hopefully in our shading with this mag. feels wow, that is really, really smooth and soft. So you could get a really nice soft blend with this black and gray. This is just black right here. How soft that is. Should be able to get it even prettier here. All right, yeah, there we go. Oh yes, that's really soft. All right, the soft one's beautiful. I'm gonna stay at 5 volts. I'm just changing the torque actually. I wanna see what this machine in particular has to offer. I know what different voltages do, but let's try this. I don't like to have to hit the surface of the skin very hard to make a mark with shading. So I want the machine to do the work for me. So this is the medium torque setting. You can see it slightly changes the dot patterning, but it still creates a very nice smooth shade. So if you had to move up a little bit to get color in or something like that, you would be totally fine. You would still be able to achieve a really nice soft look there. Curious, just to go up again, might as well. Okay, we're on hard. I can definitely feel the hit on the surface more in this hard setting. There's a little more bouncing with the silicone. So maybe this hard setting might be more for lining. It's not terrible. I've seen other machines with this particular type of blending. Even in the hard setting, it seems pretty smooth. So that's interesting. Maybe there is something that you get extra out of the torque because you can do this like kind of smooth blending. I do see a little bit more of the hit on the right side. It's just progressively higher as you go from left to right. It's hard to explain. Hopefully the camera's capturing it. But basically you can just see the marks a little bit more obvious on this one and a little less homogeneous as the left one. I want to try doing some edging on the side of the mag at that higher voltage now. Just play with that a little bit. Okay, so 2 things. Normally when I do this, the machine is like grabbing the silicone somehow and it's really irritating. That's not happening here. It didn't grab the silicone in any weird type of way. It moved really smoothly through the silicone. I'm only at 7.3 volts. This does have the 4.2 stroke, but I can tell you I've used other machines with that and it doesn't always come in and out as smoothly and cleanly. Whatever it is, these are definitely some of the nicest lines I've seen using the mag on its side. There's a lot of consistency here that's telling me this could be great for like calligraphy or something like that, which I've been looking for a machine that I'd feel comfortable doing that with. I'm gonna just turn it the other direction and try edging that way. I like it. It's good. More superficial. Sometimes we turn that mag really finely up on the side and we just want to make sure that those needles can get in without us having to push too deeply because we just want tiny little marks. And we are getting that with this machine. So that's very reassuring. Obviously this Mast Racer Pro is going in my studio. today. I'm very happy with its performance. I think you guys are gonna love it too. I happen to get one of the first ones out there, so I am excited to try it out on some skin, and I'll follow up again with another review once I've done that over some time. This is not quite out on the DragonHawkTattooSupply.com website, but it will be in the future. So please use our link in the description below. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.